Question 11.2. The letters of the word decimal are randomly arranged into a new word, also consisting of 7 letters. How many different arrangements are possible if, question 11.2.1, the letters may be repeated, may not be repeated, and then an interesting 4 marker. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we've got 7 different letters. And if the letters may be repeated, well, in our 7 little blocks, I had an amazing Afrikaans teacher when I was in matric, and she taught me this method, like the blokkie method. So you've got 7 little blocks here. What are the possibilities per block? Well, if the letters may be repeated, then you can use all 7 here, all 7 there, 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 all 7 there. You get the idea. If it's repeated, yeah, there's a world of possibilities. So final answer is 7 to the power of 7, and that gives you 8, 2, 3, 5, 4, 3. So that is the answer for 11.2.1. For 11.2.2, the letters may not be repeated. So all 7 options are possible in the first block. In the second block, 6 options are possible, and then 5 options, and then 3 options, and then 2 options. I'm so silly. I forgot 4. My mistake, jammer. So 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And what do we call this? This descension of numbers. Okay? I'm going to scream at you. You know, like I'm yelling my voice, exclamation mark. Yeah, okay, it's called a factorial. So 7 factorial, just plug that into your calculator. It gives you 5,040. So yeah, a lot different to what we previously calculated. Okay, so those are the first 2 questions. 11.2.3 is pretty interesting though. What happens if the arrangements must start with a vowel and end in a consonant and no repetition of letters is allowed? Well, we've got 3 vowels. So 1, 2, 3. 3 vowels, and we've got 4 consonants then in our 7 letters. So it must start with a vowel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 3 options for the first position, and it must end in a consonant. So there's 4 options in the last position, right? And no repetition of letters is allowed. So we're going to use some kind of factorial. If repetition was allowed, then, well, no factorial. It would just be 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. But over here, since we're using one of the numbers and we're using another one of the numbers, 2 numbers are gone. Sorry. If we're using one of the letters and then 2 of the letters, that means 2 of the letters are gone. So from 7, all of a sudden there's 5 letters that we can possibly use. So it's going to be 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And we multiply all of them out. Remember, we always multiply along our little blockies or little lines. So yeah, that's the answer. In the first position, you're allowed 3 possible options. In the last position, you're allowed 4 possible options. And then factorial here, because there's no repetition of letters allowed, plug this as is into your calculator and you'll get 1,440. And that, my friends, is the question.